He came here, fought his ass off, broke my nose. Like, dude, and hell yeah, man. Like, hats off. Did you felt like
There's as much desire in that one with Khamzat moving up. He hasn't even defended the belt yet.
Yeah, dude, fucking Chimaev, dude. Made me realize I should wrestle, dude. You know, dude, that little fucking whore, dude. I can't stand fucking Chimaev, dude, son cunt. You know, I think what annoys me about Chimaev, there's nobody that could beat him. You know, like, as, like, I've trained with all the guys he's going to fight. Like, I've trained with Chimaev, dude. For one round, the guy could grapple. For one round, dude, once you get over that one round of scramble, he just quits. It just turns into a kickboxing match, like what he did with the 55 or the 70 or what's his name? Gilbert.
Yeah.
Like once he realizes he can't like fucking maul you and you don't quit, he quits. And it turns into a boxing match. And I just don't know if there's anybody at that division other than me that like knows what it's like to grapple those fuckers. I've been training with those fucking cave dwellers dude my whole fucking life, dude. Like these motherfuckers live in this gym, dude. So it kind of saddens me that, you know, the fucking Frenchman ain't doing it.
Sean Strickland, who's sending a crystal clear warning message to current champion Khamzat Chimaev. Strickland boldly declares, "I'm the only one that beats Khamzat Chimaev." But that's not all. Chimaev himself has been making waves, calling out Alex Pereira after his incredible performance at UFC 320, congratulating him and saying, "Now we need to finish our business."
Don't know if you're aware of this yet, but middleweight champion Khamzat Chimaev has called you out and said that congratulations, but now you guys need to finish your business. Are you aware of what business that is, and are you interested in him moving up to fight you at this stage?
O campeão peso médio te desafiou, Khamzat Chimaev, falou parabéns, mas vocês têm negócio a resolver. Que negócios são esses e te interessa?
Obrigado pelos parabéns, mas eu quero uma super luta, igual eu falei, pô, quero lutar nos pesos pesados. Então, só agradeço só pelos parabéns.
Thanks for congratulating me, but all I want is a super fight. I want to fight at heavyweight, but all I can say is thank you.
We've got controversial quotes, fight predictions, and division drama. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. Sean Strickland isn't holding back whatsoever. The former middleweight champion has made it crystal clear that he believes he's the only fighter in the 185-pound division capable of defeating Khamzat Chimaev, and he's not shy about expressing it. In a recent interview with MMA Junkie, Strickland got deeply personal about his desire to face Chimaev, stating, "I want to fight Chimaev." And you know, a lot of it feels like a personal vendetta because I'm the only one who beats Chimaev. Chimaev knows this. His camp knows this. Everybody knows this, dude. I'm the only one who beats you. I've wrestled with all the guys that he's going to fight, and he's just going to steamroll them.
I want to fight Chimaev, and you know, a lot of it I feel almost like a personal vendetta because I'm the only fucking one that beats Chimaev. And again, Chimaev knows this, like his camp knows this, like everybody fucking knows this, dude. I'm the only one that fucking beats you. I've wrestled with all the guys that he's going to fight, and he's just going to fucking steamroll him.
Strickland didn't stop there. He continued, "I can't stand Chimaev. I think what annoys me about Chimaev, there's nobody that could beat him. You know, as I've trained with all the guys he's going to fight. I've trained with Chimaev."
Fucking Chimaev, dude. Made me realize I should wrestle, dude. You know, dude, that little fucking whore, dude. I can't stand fucking Chimaev, dude, son cunt. You know, I think what annoys me about Chimaev, there's nobody that could beat him. You know, like, as, like, I've trained with all the guys he's going to fight, like.
What makes Strickland so confident? He's actually trained extensively with Chimaev in the past, and claims to have identified a critical weakness in the champion's game that nobody else recognizes. For one round, the guy can grapple. For one round, dude, once you get over that one round of scramble, he just quits. It turns into a kickboxing match like what he did with Gilbert Burns. Once he realizes he can't maul you and you don't quit, he quits, and it turns into a boxing match, Strickland explained in detail.
I've trained with Chimaev, dude. For one round, the guy could grapple. For one round, dude, once you get over that one round of scramble, he just quits. It just turns into a kickboxing match like what he did with the 55 or the 70 or what's his name? Gilbert.
Yeah.
Like once he realizes he can't like fucking maul you and you don't quit, he quits. And it turns into a boxing match.
Strickland believes his extensive training background with similar fighters gives him a unique advantage that other middleweights simply don't possess. I just don't know if there's anybody at that division other than me who knows what it's like to grapple those guys. I've been training with those cave dwellers my whole life. These guys live in this gym.
And it turns into a boxing match. And I just don't know if there's anybody at that division other than me that like knows what it's like to grapple those fuckers. I've been training with those fucking cave dwellers dude my whole fucking life, dude. Like these motherfuckers live in this gym, dude. So it kind of saddens me that, the fucking Frenchman ain't doing it.
After losing his rematch to Dricus du Plessis at UFC 312 in February, Strickland is currently ranked number 3 and knows he needs a quality victory to earn his coveted title shot against Chimaev. His primary target? Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez, who's riding an impressive 8-fight win streak. Here's why this matchup is absolutely brilliant. Strickland specifically calls Hernandez the American Chimaev and sees him as the perfect proving ground. I imagine that Fluffy might be going at it. I don't know, dude. I'd imagine that's the fight to make, Strickland told MMA Junkie. I want to fight that little Chechen whore, so that's kind of where I'm at. I want to fight somebody like Fluffy. Fluffy puts me in title contention, especially him, because all he does, he's like the American Chimaev.
Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine that me and Fluffy might be going at it. I don't know, dude. I would imagine that's the fight to make.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, already aren't doing it. I broke my arm, and I was training with him like 2 weeks later, and I was fucking mauling him in grappling. Yeah. Well, like, he's good at jiu-jitsu, bro. Like, he's real good at jiu-jitsu. But it's like, the thing about jiu-jitsu, you just don't do it. Like, if you take a motherfucker down and you just don't pass their guard, you don't give them the arm, they just lay on their back. And, like, it's almost easier because they doesn't even try to get up.
Strickland's strategy is incredibly clear and calculated. Hernandez is known for his dominant grappling style, very similar to Chimaev's smothering approach. If Strickland can out-wrestle Hernandez for a full 5 rounds, it sends an undeniable message directly to the champion. So, you go and I just out-wrestle that guy for like 5 rounds, and then it's like, all right, go beat your cans and then let me know when you're ready. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more fights that put me back in title contention, Strickland stated with absolute confidence.
Everyone call me bullet. I'm the making champions. I think that Nate is a very tough opponent. He's worth. Man, the thing with Khamzat is that he can always surprise you. I'm sure that for most.
Interestingly, Strickland has completely turned down a potential rematch with Israel Adesanya, despite the payday and publicity it would bring. I don't want Izzy. I'm not going to fight Izzy. I think it's the easier fight for me, but I want to fight that little Chechen whore, he explained, showing his laser focus is entirely on Chimaev.
Sean Strickland, September, October seems to be the vibe. I haven't heard much from his way.
I think he's going through something, because I mentioned on Ariel today, I haven't really been on the socials, so I haven't really seen anything. But someone sent me a screenshot and said, "Oh, bro, he's fat now," and I was like, and I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit." But Sean's a guy that he definitely has a lot of old school stuff, trauma that he has to deal with. And, we all go through shit. But I think for him, that's easy. He should have just said something and start roasting me or whatever. That's a Sean Strickland thing to do. But he's been quiet. So I was like, oh, Sean, it's June, Men's Mental Health Month. I hope you're looking after your mental health and also look after your physical health. You fat bitch.
One aspect that often gets overlooked in Sean Strickland's skill set is his grappling ability. While he's known primarily as a high-volume striker with relentless pressure, Strickland has been adamant that people are sleeping on his wrestling and grappling credentials. I'm one of the best grapplers in the UFC. I just don't get to do it, but I'm one of the best grapplers in the UFC. The reason I want to fight him out of anybody is just to say, all right, 25 minutes of the American Chimaev, Strickland declared.
No, man, he just grapples. I'm one of the best grapplers in the UFC. I don't do it, but I'm one of the best grapplers in the UFC. Really, the reason why I want to fight him out of anybody is just to say, all right, 25 minutes of like the American Fluffy or the American Chimaev, like, all right, you little whore, go and beat your cans and let me know when you're ready.
This confidence stems directly from his extensive training background and the caliber of elite-level grapplers he's worked with throughout his entire career. If the Hernandez fight materializes, we might finally get to see Strickland showcase this underutilized and potentially devastating aspect of his game.
Заканчивается этот раунд и заканчивается бой. Ну что сказал?
Khamzat Chimaev captured the UFC middleweight title at UFC 319 in August with an absolutely dominant performance against the reigning champion Dricus du Plessis in Chicago. Now sitting at an undefeated 15-0 record, Chimaev has been actively looking for even bigger challenges beyond the middleweight division. After Alex Pereira's incredible first-round TKO victory over Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 320 to reclaim his light heavyweight championship, Chimaev immediately took to social media to stake his claim. The middleweight champion congratulated Pereira on the impressive victory and posted, "Now let's finish our business." He later followed up with an even bolder statement. I'm ready to fight you in the heavyweight. You won't find a super fight, then our fight no chama. This is smash everybody. This would represent a massive jump for Chimaev, going from 185 pounds all the way up to heavyweight, potentially requiring him to put on 40 pounds or more of muscle mass. However, it clearly demonstrates his ambition and willingness to challenge himself against the very best fighters in the world, regardless of weight class. Strickland is currently serving a suspension from the Nevada State Athletic Commission after storming the cage at a regional event in Las Vegas. His 6-month suspension expires December 29th, but can be reduced to November 15th if he completes anger management training and teaches women's MMA classes. If Mick offers me a fight, I'll probably do it all. But if I don't do it, I'll be up in December. It would be a January card, Strickland explained regarding his timeline.
Well, my suspension should be up in November 15th, so that's it. No.
Yeah.
If Mick offers me a fight, I'll do it all. But if not, it'll probably be January. Or if I don't do it, I'll be up in January or December, early December. So I think probably like there'll be a January 1st card or.
Oh my gosh,
Bro. They all can do everything. But then you have guys like Pereira, who's really a specialist. He's a kickboxing specialist.
Yeah, he's fire.
Did you ever watch him kickbox?
Nah, it's crazy.
I was a giant fan of his before he ever got to the UFC. I was telling everybody about him. Like, if this guy gets to MMA, we got fucking problems. You got problems. That guy, he just has to touch you once.
Shit's going down.
He's so different than anybody else in the division. Like, he knocks everybody out. Everybody hits hard. They all hit hard.
But
that
shit
fucking
down.
dude hits hard. hard. You know they have that punch machine?
Oh, yeah,
where
you can see the power?
blast it?
What's his power?
190.
Oh,
Francis Ngannou had like 130.
Alex Pereira has sent a crystal-clear message to reigning champion Magomed Ankalaev ahead of their highly anticipated rematch at UFC 320. Plus, Joe Rogan reveals shocking details about Pereira's otherworldly punching power that will leave you speechless. And this is your complete breakdown of the biggest stories shaking up the MMA world right now. Let's start with the bombshell that has the entire MMA community talking. Alex Pereira didn't just promise victory at UFC 320. He delivered what might be the most devastating psychological warfare we've seen in years.
Well, huge fight, October 4th, UFC 320, the rematch. It's been a very interesting road to get to this point. And so if you don't mind, I want to ask about that, because it seemed like for a while you weren't saying much. You haven't really said much since the last fight. You were on the show. You did a couple things here or there. But Magomed, or someone tweeting as Magomed, continued to try to put out a theory that you didn't want to fight, that you weren't available, that you were turning down fights.
Here's what Potan told the media, and I quote, "If Ankalaev loses, it's unlikely he gets another title shot. I think the story will be over. Those aren't just fighting words. That's a man who believes he's about to end someone's championship dreams forever." Think about the weight of that statement. Pereira isn't just confident about winning back his belt. He's predicting that this loss will permanently derail Ankalaev's title aspirations. This comes from a fighter who knows exactly what it feels like to lose a championship, having dropped his light heavyweight title to Ankalaev at UFC 313 just 7 months ago.
Well, start from before the first fight. Seemed that the UFC wouldn't even wanted to put him in. Alex multiple times said that he'll show interest in fighting him. They will not make the fight happen. Okay, the fight happened, went the way that it went. Since then, we kind of had an idea when Alex wanted to fight him. Was already conversation with the UFC, and this guy kept tweeting that, I want to fight this day, I want to fight this day. Alex already had a time frame for August. Couldn't happen in August because of the UFC, but and then October. But he the one that kept saying, I'm ready, I cannot fight, I'm ready, I want to fight, I'm ready, I want to fight. But seeing that this dude not even have power inside its own organization, you know. So, on Alex's perspective, he's fighting the time frame that he aimed for it. Not that he turned down fight or anything like that. He aimed for August. UFC going to put together in August. They pushed to October.
But here's where it gets interesting. Pereira's confidence isn't coming from nowhere. During that recent interview, he revealed he's made significant adjustments during those 7 months between fights. He's not the same fighter who walked into that octagon in March. This rivalry has reached a boiling point, and it's getting personal. The tension between these two has been building ever since their first encounter, where Ankalaev won via unanimous decision to capture his first UFC title. What makes this even more compelling is that Pereira openly admits UFC 313 wasn't his night. He called it an off day and said he didn't feel right. But instead of making excuses, he's channeling that frustration into pure motivation.
E aí, pessoal, algumas marcas, bom, mas estou bem. Descansar um pouco, já estou voltando, né, como eu sempre fiz. Já aconteceu algumas vezes isso comigo, mas, eu tô bem, né? Agradeço todo o apoio de vocês, né? Com todo o carinho, sempre me apoiando. Estou recebendo muitas mensagens também de grande incentivo. Estou aqui com o pessoal, minha família, meu time, meus filhos, tá todo mundo aqui, todo mundo comendo aqui. Aí, ó. A gente pediu umas pizzas e é isso, né? Vida que segue. Obrigado a todo mundo, né? Obrigado ao meu time. E é isso, pessoal. Fazer essa revanche aí e ajustar algumas coisas, né? E voltar muito melhor. Pode esperar isso. Tá bom, pessoal? E é isso. Nunca desista dos seus sonhos. Chama.
The psychological warfare is real, folks. Ankalaev's team even accused Pereira of greasing before their first fight, an accusation that Poatan strongly denied, saying, quote, "You also got to ask his coach if we put oil on the mats too. Is that why Ankalaev fell on his back?" This is the kind of bad blood that makes for unforgettable fights.
Well, honestly, after the fight, it was expressed to the UFC that Alex had to heal a few injuries, take some time. He fought back-to-back multiple times next year. He needed a little break. It was promised for him that he'll be the next title challenger. He'll be fighting for the belt next. The whole thing of Ankalaev say that he don't want to fight, he didn't want to take the fight and stuff like that. Alex knew he was going to fight regardless, August or October. But now, if this guy keeps saying that, like, oh, Alex don't want to fight this and that, show that he don't even have power on the organization, that they don't care about him.
Now let's talk about why Alex Pereira might have every right to be this confident. Joe Rogan recently dropped some mind-blowing information about Pereira's punching power that puts everything into perspective. According to Rogan, Pereira registered 191 on the UFC's punch power machine. To put that in perspective, Francis Ngannou, widely considered to have the hardest punch in UFC history, registered 130. Let me repeat that. Pereira's punch measured 191 compared to Ngannou's 130 inches. But here's the kicker. Pereira did this with his right hand, which isn't even his power punch. His money shot is that devastating left hook that has sent so many fighters to the shadow realm.
190. Francis Ngannou had like 130.
Oh, yeah, he got punch power.
He's got more power than Ngannou. That's crazy. I mean, I can't even believe. I want to give Francis a second chance at it. I feel like he wasn't swinging hard enough. I feel like if he knows that Pereira
so
got
big,
190,
right? He was going a little harder.
He's so much bigger. I mean, Francis is like 270 natural. 270 pounds natural.
Like a hog walk.
Yeah, just giant. Massive.
Crazy.
And I feel like he could probably punch harder than he did. I feel like if he knew that Pereira was going to break that record, give him a second crack
he'd
at
probably
it.
go a little harder. He'd probably punch it a little bit more hip action.
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah, just fucking, you know, but right now I think Pereira has the heart. See if you can find that video. It's crazy to watch because he even does it with his right hand, which is not his power punch.
And it still
his
was
power
130?
punch is his left hook.
Rogan described it perfectly. His power is just from God. It's a crazy gift. It's different from everybody's power. The sound when Pereira hits that machine is absolutely terrifying. And remember, Francis Ngannou is a natural 270-pound heavyweight. Pereira is doing this as a light heavyweight. The physics behind that kind of power in a smaller frame is simply unprecedented in combat sports.
His left hook is what he knocks out everybody with. But it might be that his left hook is faster and it's a better weapon because it's in the front, and his right hand is more powerful, but he just doesn't land it as often that way. Did you find it? It's crazy. You hear the thud? Put your headphones on real quick. Listen to this. Okay, give me some volume.
Oh my God.
191. Watch this. Check this out.
Oh. Damn.
Bro.
That's so...
Right hook.
You have to understand how crazy that is.
Here's where the story gets even more incredible. Joe Rogan revealed that Pereira fought Ankalaev while dealing with a broken hand and norovirus. Let that sink in. He nearly pulled off one of the greatest comebacks in UFC history while fighting on one good hand and battling illness. Pereira's coach, Glover Teixeira, confirmed these details, saying Alex got sick in Australia and had to take it easy in training. When someone is sick, you have to slow down. They revealed that Pereira's preparation was severely compromised, yet he still went the distance with one of the division's most dangerous grapplers.
The hardest I've ever kicked it with legs. Kicks are way harder. The hardest I ever kicked it was like 152.
And he punching 170?
191.
More than the
191. 191 with a punch. It's insane. His power is just
he's putting
like
shit down.
from God. It's like a crazy gift. It's different than everybody's power.
Yeah, I never seen the kid he beat up, the other guy, Adesanya.
Adesanya?
Yeah, he put him down.
Well, he beat Adesanya in the first fight. Adesanya knocked him out in the second fight.